Okay, so we are going to present. This is the 5th training of 7 weeks, and it is on team support and team-wide events. Super awesome. And so we want to welcome you to these trainings for simplicity. The key is simplicity. They are all recorded so that you can go back and watch them at any time. But they're also to watch again because sometimes you forget these simple tools and sometimes you forget to implement these simple steps. And they are simple steps, and when we get confused, coming back to the basics is key. So, team support and team-wide events. People who are going to be facilitating team support obviously have been in the business enough to have customers, to have people who are considered sharers or hostesses, and to have builders. Obviously, if you're brand new to this business and you don't have any of these yet, it's still great to watch this because you are going to remember that when you do start to get a tree built with customers and other sharers and builders, you'll know how to serve them. And this is all about servicing. This whole business is servicing others. And so when you get lost and you don't know what to do, come back to that question of how can I serve? So when you get customers, how can you serve them best? So we have some really simple topics here. We can serve them best by giving them a wellness consult. Even if they've just been sampled, a wellness consult is awesome because it's going to really serve them in the best way to show them what is their health concern and what kind of daily protocol could you help them develop so that they can literally step into awakened wellness. So that's the first thing of how can I serve a customer? You could consistently give them wellness consult monthly for as long as you feel the need. Ultimately, you want to empower people. You don't want them to be needing you forever, customers. You want them to know that they, can watch you and work with the Modern Essentials book. But ultimately, let's say the 3rd month of having a wellness consult with you, they should really be well equipped to know how to use a Modern Essentials book and how to go ahead and do their own wellness consult. That is the key, is empowerment. The second thing is ShareTerra. That's how we can serve our customers. We can put them on ShareTerra so that you have not only them going to you for questions, but now they're opening up to a whole community of people that, if it's 2 a.m. in the morning and their child has a toothache, they could ask on there, what do I do? Of course, they could Google, but sometimes people really like to hear from another mom who's had a similar testimony or another person who's gone through the same thing. Number 3, how can you serve your customers is continuing education. Even if you do not come to the 4th Saturdays at Solterra Community Education, I think that you should be always inviting your customers. Send out a group text, make a MailChimp's monthly email that reminds them that there's a 4th Saturday in Palm Harbor at 10:30 a.m. that offers continuing education. It is so fun for people to come and be a part of community. You can also offer continuing education at your own studio. If you're not in Pinellas County, maybe you're in Ohio. I know we have people all over the United States. You can offer continuing education at your own place as well as online. We have Facebook Lives. It's really awesome. You have so much opportunity to be able to give. Just make sure your line is muted. We have so much opportunity to offer people, even if they're stuck, snowed in Alaska, they could still watch online a continuing education. Lastly is how do you serve customers is community. You want to build community as much as possible with the people that you personally enrolled, and then you want to hook them into bigger levels of community that are beyond just your own personal enrollments. And I've named a few right here, right? ShareTerra, coming to a continuing education class, all of that, it creates community. How do you serve your sharers and your hostesses? So, I put those together because a sharer is someone who you've enrolled as a customer. They're not interested in doing a business with it, but they love telling their friends and family about it. So they even, opt into being a hostess and having you come to their house. Or have you do a Facebook Live event and they invite all their friends and family to that event page. Those are awesome ways for a sharer to become a hostess. So how do you serve them? You want to give them, sometimes we have that share guide that comes with your packet. Well, they get that too. So you want to point them to that share guide and say, okay, I'm coming to your house. Here's a great guide that you should go over. And it'll give you some good tips of how to set up your home, what kind of hors d'oeuvres, how to sample people prior to them coming. Even if it's a Facebook event, you still want to have the people that your hostess is inviting. You want to make sure that they are qualifying their people that they're inviting by giving them a sample. It's super important to have an experience for a new person, a new prospect, to have an experience before they actually come to an event, whether it be on Facebook or someone's home or at a center. Now the second bullet there says offer incentives for 5+ people attending. That could be different for you. You could put 3+ people, you could put 10+ people. I know Amy usually has a 10 marker that she will not host or have a class unless there's 10+ people there. So you could put whatever that is for you and then offer an incentive, meaning can you give them a diffuser? Could you give them an aroma touch? What can you give them for having those people attend? As well as can you offer a bigger incentive by putting an enrollment quota on there that you have to have 5 enrollments at this event and I will give you a diffuser. And I used to feel bad about putting those, but then that would lead to no enrollments at the class. So sometimes you being brave enough and stepping out and taking a risk and putting that high incentive together, that high quota of how many enrollments you want, that will help actualize that. It'll help manifest 5 enrollments at that class. And the last bullet says, like I've already said, you can have these hostesses parties with sharers, being the hostess, and you can have them at a home, your own home, a center, a facility, and even Facebook. How do you support your builders? You want to train them on the basics. So this is a 7-week series that I'm filming, and this is the 5th week. So these are the basic 7 weeks that I've come up with that I think are very basics for a builder to know about. And I've filmed them because I don't want to keep saying it over and over again. I want to point people to these 7 videos and have them watch them 1 week at a time if we like, and then we talk every week. That's my goal, is to have these filmed, and I enroll a new builder, or they say that they are a builder and I say, okay, well, I want you to watch week 1 and we'll talk, at Friday at noon to go over your questions. Now I want you to watch week 2. And you literally have them do an action, and each time they do that action, then they actually meet with you to talk about any questions. So this is a great way to train on the basics. You don't have to do it that way. What's wonderful is that you can, not even need to make your own training videos like I'm doing. You can use mine, as well as you can use ones that you find from other, high up ranked people like Angie Peters, and even on our own line, we have Amy and Charles Whittemer. They're heading to Blue Diamond. You can go through their trainings. And even more yummy is that Share Success, Natalie and Andy Goddard have created an awesome set of tools that we use with people that I am working with through these years. They are now merging with doTERRA. So doTERRA is finally adopting Share Success as their training for all new builders that come through with doTERRA. So it's awesome. We already use the Share Success for training tools, and so now it's going to be the given training tool from doTERRA. So that's what you could use. You could literally take them through www.sharesuccess.com and have them go through one of the trainings on there, right? And if you haven't done one of those trainings, I highly suggest it. You have the launch training, which is awesome, 30-day training. Now, the second area on the builders says shadow and 3-way calls for all classes, enrollments, and wellness consults till elite. So until you hit elite, which is 3,000 OV, it is now part of my structure that I will have you shadow and do 3-way calls with me, and shadow and do 3-way classes, you know, wellness consults, so that you really can feel my years of experience through the literal shadowing experience. And you know, you could master it after 3 sessions. It's not to say that you have to do them. It's just, that's going to be my strong recommendation, is that people shadow me. And I recommend that you also have your new leaders and builders do that. They shadow you. And if you don't have your feet completely wet, then shadow me or shadow the person who enrolled you. It is super awesome training just to follow in the footsteps of someone who's already done it and knows how to do it well. The last thing on here says continue education for trainings and mastermind as needed. So that means after your new builder has gone through the basic training, let's say on Share Success, they've shadowed you for classes, for wellness consults, enrollments, then you're going to encourage them to do continuing education with anyone who's offering continuing education. Like myself, I love to do at least every couple months, once a month continuing education at our house. And now that we have, you know, Solterra Wellness Center, we will have many more mastermind type classes for people to advance in their skills. And then it says, and mastermind as needed. That means that, you know, you might not necessarily need to talk every week with the builder who's been seasoned, but they might reach out to you and say, hey, I'm hitting a roadblock. I can't seem to stop having this happen with my new enrollments, or I can't get them to go on LRP. Whatever that is, you can mastermind and figure out a new plan, as well as you could literally hold mastermind groups with all your builders and have a team call once a week where you problem solve and figure things out together as a group. I am part of one of the Silver and Above mastermind group, and that's where we and a bunch of other Silver and Above leaders get together and we think of new projects. And some of the new projects that have spawned from it are what I'm sharing with you right here, okay? Solution, show up to serve. How can I serve you? So as people jump deeper into wellness, address their needs with how you can serve. Point to customer service as needed, meaning, you know, you don't have to know all the answers. You can say, let me get back to you, or you can say, hey, that's a great customer service question for doTERRA. Literally, you can call them. I'll text you their number right now. That's a wonderful thing. And you can even give them a homework assignment. Let's say it's a builder who doesn't know about, you know, shipping, or they don't know about LRP points, and you don't know the answer. You could say, call doTERRA to your new builder and then let me know what you found out. So you could give them a call to action to literally report back to you so that you learn it, and they are taking a more active leadership role by, you know, doing the steps rather than just getting the answer from you. Get Share Success systems in place, as well as at enrollment, get them on ShareTerra and to build Terra at elite rank. So we are coming July, we're going to, some of you will be grandfathered in, but all new people who are entering into the doTERRA business, they will not be put on Build Terra right away until they hit elite, until they show the actions that, you know, are needed to actually say they're ready to build. But for those of you who are already on there, you will get grandfathered in, and we'll talk about some new criteria to help you feel, you know, engaged and more of a part of Build Terra. But my point here is, this is another way of how you can serve. You want to make sure right at that enrollment, that new customer gets put on ShareTerra so that they're part of a community. And you want to make sure at the right time your builder gets put on Build Terra. And don't worry about the details of that. I will make sure it's very clearly outlined on Build Terra before July 1st. So this is a short event, or excuse me, a short PowerPoint. So hang in there. Monthly team events. So number one, you want to plan the event, right? So you could plan it at the end of the month, like the end of June, or you could plan it at the beginning of July and head to have your event be at the very end of the month. Let's just use that as a test demo here. Let's say we're putting on an event on July 30th. We want to plan it, right? So we want to expand the audience. We want to think of what's our target audience, as well as, you know, is there any expanded audience we want to touch? Who will this be assisting? If we know it's a 101 event, that really means everybody, but maybe we want to really, zoom in on the summer. So we want to talk about a little bit of extra things about summer heat. Think about any of those seasonal type of things you can weave into a 101 class, as well as if you really are targeting mothers with brand new children or mothers with a large family, make sure that you're going to be planning in that event things that will really speak to that family. You want to start group communication, meaning if you're going to do a team event, which is this topic is team events, then get a Facebook message going of everybody who's going to be a part of that event and start working out the details. You want to also get sharers on board. So your sharers, those women who or men who love to hostess, these are great people to also get to be a part of the team event in the planning stage. So number 2, which it should say number 2, is assign tasks. So you want to start to create a 30-day checklist of what needs to be done. And there's a great one on the library at Share Success, and it's actually out of the lead guide. So if you have the lead guide, look for that checklist of what are some things to do to get an event ready. And then you want to assign those to different team members, someone to check people in, someone to make sure that they have, the enrollment forms, someone to make sure the hors d'oeuvres are taken care of and labeled. All these things that seem like a no-brainer, if you really plan it out as a team and give everybody a to-do, it makes the event super simple and really put together so well that when that new prospect customer comes to this event, they feel such a synergy and a harmony going on. Also at the end of assigned tasks, it says everyone qualifies their invites with samples. So again, a qualified prospect, a qualified attendee of this team event means they've been sampled. If you want to sample them at the event, that's great, but it is shown through statistics that there's a much higher enrollment rate if the person has an experience prior to getting to that event. So please make sure that you're qualifying people you're inviting. And then last is an amazing event, number 3. You want to increase the conversion rate, right? You want to get more people enrolling. So always be a kit focused. Even though you're going to share all the kits, I want you to start focusing on one kit and really make sure in that 101 event that it is you keep pointing to it. We are taught, at least I've been taught, that you should stick with the basic 8 oils and teach that in a basic 101 class, and I highly agree with that. However, I'm also adding in that make sure it's kit focused and lifestyle focused. So teach people that this is a lifestyle, and the more you teach them it's a lifestyle in your basic class, your 101 class, that means they're going to be ordering monthly because they're going to find out how to actually make it part of their lifestyle. So you want that kit to match your event and education and your audience pain points, meaning if it's mothers with children, make sure you keep speaking to the pain points of a mother. And then last, it says everyone attend to their invites and event task, right? So it makes that event really smooth, and it's not just you putting it on or you and one other person. Let's say it's 5 teammates coming together. You got everyone's invites, right? Like last Saturday we had the CEU event. Every 4th Saturday at Solterra is a CEU event, a continuing education. And that means all people who have accounts should be invited. And when you have a lot of builders inviting their customers that they've personally enrolled, you have a packed house. We had a nice packed house here, and people love that. They love feeling the community, and they really listen in a new way. And sometimes a few new people come to a continuing education class, which is great. And those new people love seeing all the testimonies. They love seeing people talk about in depth, about different products like the Lifelong Vitality. And they usually all enroll. Anybody new at a CEU class typically enrolls. Okay, so amazing events. And this is what I'm so excited about, is that we are literally July 1st kicking off at Solterra to be a training center for awakened lifestyle. That means everything under the sun on how to live an awakened lifestyle with doTERRA will be at this center. So it'll be a training center, a hub for you builders to use and you to take part in the team events, which there'll be 4 monthly team events that will go on here, and you can invite people and come and really take part in creating the event, as well as you can invite people and not come, and you're still going to be respected and make sure that your person that you sent gets sent right back to you. So this is the team. It's obviously an old slide from just this slideshow. I forgot to put in our people, but it's just showing you that teamwork, meaning let's say this guy on the left, Ronnie, is a sister leg to Abby. This is wonderful about team events, is that Ronnie and Abby and Wendy can all lead this event together and everybody benefits. So when a team comes together and works together, we have huge synergy, and we are really well known, especially in the Tampa Bay, this area, to be a strong education center for essential oils and wellness. And that's awesome that you're a part of this. We are only going to get stronger, and we're going to get super strong as more people start putting their hands in on team events. And this doesn't mean that you're going to stop doing your own personal events and that you're going to stop going to people's homes and doing hostess classes. That's not what I'm saying at all. It just means this is what's so awesome when you do have a team that's strong, that you literally can plug in to the team events and still be enrolling a lot of people, as well as servicing your customers in a very effective way. So implementation is key. Teamwork, strategy, synergies equals rank jumping as a group. When you work together and you really are focused and you have a strategy in place, you guys are going to rank jump fast. So we feed off each other when you're doing team events. And when you guys are transparent and vulnerable enough to show your ranks to each other, to your sister legs, you will help each other pull up the ladder. You will help each other jump ranks, especially, again, and I'll say it again and again, by doing a teamwork, team classes. So, Solterra team event for July. Who's in? We've got special 101 day retreat, July 15th. It's on a Saturday, 9 to 12. And it's free for those who get their kit day of the event. There'll be a slight clause in there that if they got the kit the day before, or if they promise that they're getting it the next day, do that 3-day window. But really, these retreats will be geared towards enrolling new people. And it's a 101-day retreat. It's a special 101-day retreat. That means at the very beginning, they will get a very basic 30-minute education on the oils that we'll be working with in the retreat. For the retreat, they'll get a fresh juice. They will get essential oil yoga. They'll get, like I said, the basic class, very simplified. They'll get alchemy bowl crystal meditation, and they will complete their day retreat or their morning retreat with 2 oils of their choice administered to their spine, feet, and hands. So it's going to be super yummy. We've already led one with 12 women, and it rocked early this month. And we are really excited to launch these as a monthly event, team event. So if you're going to invite somebody and you can't come, that's fine. Just make sure you let me know that you're not coming. And if you are coming and you have invited someone, make sure that they check off that they are coming on the event. And it's at Solterra Wellness on Facebook, because there's a 20-person max who's receiving the actual retreat. If you are coming to assist, meaning you have a prospect or 2 or 3 or 4 coming, let us know right away so you can be part of that group text, so we can start assigning tasks of who's on what base. And then for July, June 22nd, the 4th Saturday continuing education topic, those are also a team event that will go on every month here. And come August, you'll see 2 more team events added to this that you can participate with. So I'm going to stop sharing and just leave open for anybody. Does anyone have a question, or if you are wanting to share that you are in? We had more people on here, but now it's 2. Who do we have? Oh, Terry. Terry, did you want to share anything, or you're good? And we do have a chat box. So I'll leave it at that. And if, like I said, I will post this recording on Buildterra. Please, like I said, let us know if you have people coming to the July 15th. If you don't know today, make sure as soon as you know, you let us know so we get them checked off and we don't overbook that event. Hey guys, I will see you next week for week 6 of 7, Simplifying Training for Builders. Bye.